Hello and welcome back to the Beardy Explorer channel. I am Will, and today you've caught me on part 2 of the combi chopping board project, and today I'm going to be working on doing the utensils to go in the chopping board, so the knife and fork, and that is the project for today, to get that rounded up. Okay, so it is part 2 of the chopping board, the combi chopping board that I'm making, the camping one, and I am going to make the utensils today and get them made so they insert into the little hideout area in the side of this chopping board, beyond that bit of metal work there. So I will be using, got another rasp here, so this is the rasp I'm going to be using to make the utensils out of. I think what I will do with these is I will cut a 20mm strip off the rasp to make the utensils with, because the hole in the board to take these items is 20mm, so that is kind of my size that I want to be making it. I want it to be obviously the length of the chopping board, so I've cut a couple of lengths of 20mm and then we'll work out the lengths. I haven't got an exact design for how I'm going to make these just yet. I just want to make a useful utility sort of kitcheny veg chopping knife, and the fork just wants to be sort of a 2-prong fork that I want to make just to go with it. I think I'm going to make the handles out of walnut, the offcut from this chopping board, so it all matches. So let's get measuring sorted out and try and get ourselves a couple of bits of metal sorted out so we can progress. That's got me 2 blanks for me utensils ready, and I've drawn up a couple of patterns that I think are going to work for the design that I'm looking for. So they're on here. So I'm going to use these patterns. I mean, it's going to be adaptable as I go, but this is kind of roughly what I'm after. So obviously as I shape it up, it'll sort of move dynamically, I think, because they're a little bit oversized with the metalwork anyway, so I'm going to have to bring the sizes in a little bit, but I wanted that extra to play with because you can always take a bit off, you can't add it on. So they're the pattern sizes, and I need to transfer them onto here. And I did have some good advice on the comment section on one of my other videos saying to put the piece of paper on, spray paint it, put little magnets on it, spray paint it, then actually pattern. Brilliant idea, just haven't got any spray paint at the minute, so that will be next time. But yeah, that would have been a great idea to do it like that, but we've got to go with what we've got to go with. So I'm just going to cut these out, mark them on here, and then we'll go and rough them out and try and get them to size so they fit in the hole. So let's get that sorted. So we have now got the utensils fitted into the holes and shaped up to the rough dimensions that I want, although that knife is a little bit tight. So there they are, that's the knife. It's had a little bit of a diet since the pattern I draw. It's gone a bit thinner, but I think that's still very usable sized blade. And the fork, I've still yet to do the fork bit for it. Talking of which, so when I do that, I think I might drill. Well, I'm going to heat it up first, both of them, so I can drill for the tangs. I'm going to heat up the end of this one and drill a hole probably in the end there, quite a large hole, because I just want a two-prong sort of fork, just sort of so it's capable of holding stuff when you cut in it and obviously eating with. So that is what I'll be doing with those shortly. And I have noticed when I put these in the actual holes like that, that the actual grooving of the rasp itself has been very useful for pulling it back out again. So I might see if I can leave a little bit on the end, obviously to pull them out of the holes. It's something I'm still sort of toying with whether to do that or not, because obviously when I do the scales I need to grind a lot of this off so it gets a nice neat finish. From experience, that's how you do it. But yeah, just going to have a bit of a toy about with the ideas and see how I'm going to go with it. And yeah, get that bit done. Right, things are going pretty well with the implements at the moment, apart from with the knife. I think I might have lost the temper on it, because just on the edge there, I don't know if you can see, got a bit of a scorch on that, where I think I got it a little bit hot. I had been dunking it in water every time I thought it was getting a little bit too hot. I think I just got that one just a little bit too hot as it got too thin, so it possibly lost its temper, but I probably won't worry about that too much, because this is kind of like a chopping board knife, if you will. It's not going to be a bushcraft knife. It doesn't need to be super hard. It doesn't need to chop vegetables and cut bits of meat potentially, and I probably will have a bushcraft knife on me if this doesn't work out quite as well. But it's, if you know what I mean, I don't need it to be super tough, so I might just carry on with it and see if I can get it sharp and see if it will function as a small knife for the chopping board as is, without having to do the heat treat on it, because to be honest I sort of struggle to do a proper heat treat on it until I get a furnace, so I think we'll just leave that as is. But I did make a little file guide whilst I was trying to sand it on my big sander Although that was a little bit exciting because I caught the edge of the file guide on the edge of the actual spinning disc and it jumped out of my hand, which was a bit of a panic. But I'm still not getting brilliant bevels because I've got too much sort of movement, but it's worth a try. You've got to try these things to realise if they fail or not, and I think that one was a bit of a failure, but it is what it is. Anywho, I'm going to do the handles next on these then, so I'm going to get a bit of walnut prepared. I cut a couple of slices yesterday when I was doing the actual board, so yeah, I use that for the handles, so we'll get on and get them sorted out now.
Okay then, so that is the chopping board done, and as you can hear, since completing that I've had a dose of the flu and I've lost my voice nearly, so I do apologise about the sound of my voice, but it's what it is. But anyway, that is it completed, and it's looking pretty cool. I do rate it, I think it's pretty cool, and hopefully it'll work well out in the field, so when we're doing a bit of cooking and what have you when camping, it's going to work rather well with a bit of luck. It's not really designed for a stealthy single person lightweight camping do. It's obviously because it's got a bit of weight to it, but I think for just a trip out with me and my daughter, or me and the daughter and my wife, or what have you, I think it'll work pretty well. So yeah, so if you've enjoyed this content, please give us a like, give us a subscribe, hit the bell button. That would be super awesome if you could, and hopefully I'll feel better on the next one, and I'll see you then. So take care, bye bye.